welcome back. I am so eager to get this house like set for Christmas because everywhere I walk there's greenery everywhere. Like I've got stuff everywhere. My bedroom at the moment looks a right mess, but I'm happy that we're doing one more space today, which is going to be the living room, the dining room and the kitchen. I am keeping it really minimal. I am going to be using a lot of picks in this one. Those little picks that I showed you guys in my video when I did the living room, I'll link it here. And I want to put quite a bit of greenery in this space because it's not that much, it's not a big space, but I really want to give it that sense of Christmas, if you know what I mean. So let's get on with it and get this space done. I've got everything that I need on the floor, so it's just a matter of putting it together and making it work. I hope it will work, but yes, let's get it done. So I have kind of picked out what I want to use for this space to kind of decorate in here. But the first thing that I've done already is that I have put in all my books and boxes and artwork. I try to put that in first just because it gives me different height variations and I can play with the space how I want. And the reason I use this is it adds, if you look, I've got browns and creams and whites in here. It gives the space a very nice texture, different color variations, and it just creates a nice interest even before you put anything in it. So once I've got my base done, which is that, then I am just gonna put in all my accessory things that I've picked to put in here. I always like to use a vase. I know I can't put anything in it, but I like to pick ones that have a much more nicer sculpture to them, and I will use that inside if I'm decorating a shelf or anything like this. So I'm adding that here. And then I know I want to use these three mercury glass trees down here, but I don't want them to just sit like they're all the same height. So I am going to be using a couple of my coasters. I'm just gonna sit them at the back, and then I'll add one tree on top, then that makes it slightly higher. And then I'm gonna try and hide the coasters with the other two. I am using this because I'm just kind of trying mirroring what I have on my coffee table as well. So bringing that room into this space because it's all one space. I'm trying mirroring that from there. I have on my coffee table, I have a sculpture on there. So I'm going to be using this just so that, you know, bringing that space into here. I always try to add I have two of these. I always try to add them because they were ornaments that my kids bought. This is like years ago, and they bought this in England from, I think it was the Range or somewhere like that, and I always like to add them somewhere. It's just a nice, you know, they're things that you put in spaces that's more of a personal touch than anything else. So I'm going to be setting one right about there by the black sculpture there, and then I'll put one by the artwork. I know that when the kids see this, they get excited because they kind of feel like they're part of the, you know, I'm using what they bought in our Christmas decorations. And then just to bring in greenery, I have this little pick here, which I am just gonna stick there. I think that will sit here. And then let me show you one madness that I am doing. Okay, I really wanted something up here, but you know when you want something that's like Christmas, I've used a lot of trees everywhere, and I thought I have this tree topper that I am not using because it doesn't sit very well on my tree. It kind of wobbles around, and even this year I didn't want a topper on my tree anyway. So what I am gonna do is that I am going to put it in here, and then I'm going to sit it right at the top. To me, it finishes off this space, but I'll show you what I'm doing. I like it. Oh almost looks like I've created a tree in here. I really like that. That looks really cool. I want to add this. So remember I said I'm gonna use it. I want to like bring Christmas in here. So I want to add this up here. So it goes all the way around. I have attached, these are two 6-foot garlands, I think. Yeah, 6-foot garlands. I'm measuring it to me like I'm 6 foot. I wish. No, I don't actually. So I'm putting it up there. I don't know who I'm fighting with it. I've got some command hooks, which, can I confess something? There's a bit of me that's scared of using it. I know it says it's damage free. I painted this cabinet myself. I know I did a good job, but I really don't want the paint to lift up. So I'm going to use the command hook in certain places, and then I can get it open. And then we'll come back and see how it all looks. Please don't ruin my thing. Don't.
It's to the top. Nobody's gonna know.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
How?
I'm sitting on the floor because I have a lot of arrangements and things to stick in places. I've got two of the same wreath, these wreaths, and I want to use one on the door on the corner here, and then I want to put one on the kitchen window as well. So I am going to try and just kind of, because they're very plain at the moment, or just really just green, so I'm gonna try and just put something to them and just kind of get them looking a little bit nice. For the first one, I don't want to over fuss it. Like, I'm just gonna be using, I found this in my box, I don't know where I got them from, but there's some pine cones, so I'm gonna be using my hot glue gun to kind of glue this around. I like the fact that they're tiny, and I can just I can use like little bits in places, and I'm not kind of putting too much, because I change my mind an awful lot. So if I do change my mind later on, it will be easy kind of to remove them. So I have not a lot of them, but I'm just gonna try and stick them in different parts of the wreath just to bring in, it's a different texture and a different color also. So that's what I am going to do. And once I'm done with that, you see I've got this nice green here, so I am just going to attach a few more of those, and then that will be the end of it. I'm not really adding too much to this wreath, to be fair. I don't want to make it too fussy. I've got a lot of greenery everywhere, and I don't want it to be like busy. And that's it. Simple, easy. I'm happy with that. Okay, for the second one, I don't think I have it down here actually. I need to go and rummage. I need, for this one, I'm still going to use pine cones, but for this one, because it's going to be sitting all by itself, I want the pine cones to be a little bit bigger. So I've got some bigger ones. I just need to go find where they are. And then I will use that around here, and then I'll show you when I've got them all on. I want to do a floor arrangement. I want to like do something in here that will sit on my dining table, but this is a dining table that we use every day, and I don't want something that is like really high on it where you can't have a conversation across the room, and I don't want it to be the kind of situation where every time we want to eat it needs to come off and go on. So I wanted something that was really low profile. So I'm using this beautiful vase that I have. It's like a nice circle one, and I'm gonna add this floral in this floral foam in here. I think this is the one that you're supposed to use for dry florals, I think. Well, that's what I have, that's what I'm using. So I'm gonna stick it in the middle. I've added like a black paper in here just so that you can't see this green when it's all done. And then on top of that, just to even hide it even further, I have these. I'm just gonna stick them in here and cover the side that my paper couldn't cover properly, and I will just kind of cover that so that you don't really see much once we're done. So that's my base. I am using the same picks that I showed you. Where did I put them? Oh, they're right behind me over there. So that's the exact same ones that I'm using here. And I am just gonna start by sticking in all of them that I have. Just kind of put them in different directions. I wanted to do them with the foam because I wanted to kind of stand still. This thing is a circle. They will just fall apart if I didn't use the foam in here. I am going to be using these other picks also. These are also from Hobby Lobby. I'm gonna just try and spread them out a little bit. Just bend them so it spreads out like that. And then I'm just gonna insert them just to fill the space up so I don't have like gaps everywhere. Alright, so I have created a bowl. So one bowl, and then I added, so I've got one that's suede, and then the other one is more of like a satiny type of bowl. So it's a satin and a suede bowl. Both of them are black. I am going to attach that to this wreath, and then I'll hang it up there. Right, so it is all done, all finished. I love the way the two spaces now fit together. It looks so pretty. I love it, love it, love it. Exactly how I wanted it to be. I am super happy with how it looks. I'm kind of standing over here because I don't want you guys to see just yet. But I am super happy to show you guys how it turned out. It's very simple, very easy, and I like this kind of decor. It just makes the space Christmassy. That's all I wanted. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you are new, please do not forget to subscribe. I would absolutely appreciate it if you do. And I will see you in the next one, guys. Bye.